Welcome to this tutorial on Microsoft Apps and Chromebooks for Harper College Library. This tutorial was designed for those who'd like to learn to use the Microsoft apps on the library-issued Chromebooks. In this tutorial, we will learn how to download and install Microsoft apps, log into your student Microsoft account, open a new document, save a document, open a saved document, share a document, and navigate the Microsoft toolbar. If for any reason you are having difficulties logging into your student Microsoft account, please be sure to contact Tech Support Student Service Desk at 847-925-6866 or at studentsd@harpercollege.edu. The first thing you'll want to do is to download some of the Microsoft apps. These are some of the apps available. When you open the Google Play Store, use the search bar to search for Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word. Once you've located the app you would like to download, go ahead and press the green Install button. You will now find these apps located in your app launcher. New apps are usually located on the last page of your launcher. Once they've downloaded, they will appear here. When you open the app, it will ask you to log in. You'll get a page, something like this, and you will enter your Harper email account. Then you will press the red arrow. It will ask for your password, and you will enter the password that you use for your Harper email account. You will not be creating a new account. Be sure to use your Harper account to be able to access your student Microsoft account. Once you've done this, you will be logged in to your Microsoft account and able to use any of the Microsoft apps. Once you've downloaded the apps and logged in, you'll be able to open them up. So the first thing we're going to do is learn how to open a new document. For this tutorial, I will be using Word, but Microsoft's platform is very similar across all of their apps. So if you are doing this, it should look very similar if you are trying to also open something in PowerPoint or Excel. So once you've opened Word, if you've ever used the Microsoft account before, you will see a list of documents you've created before, or you'll be able to open a blank document, or there are different templates, blank templates that you would be able to open as well. If we wanted to open a brand new document, we would just go ahead and click on blank document. And here we have our new document. If we wanted to open a document that we had saved before and would like to continue working on it, we can go to the File and Open menu. Or if we've just opened our app, down here at the bottom, it should say Open Other Documents. Once we've clicked on that, it will give you locations. With your Microsoft account, you also receive OneDrive cloud storage. So you can choose to save stuff there. If you save your documents here, it will be on the cloud. which means that you would be able to access it any place with internet access. The downfall to this is that if you do not have internet access, any documents that you've saved here, you will not be able to access. If you are going to be working someplace that does not have internet access, choose to save it to your device. This will save it to the Chromebook, and you will be able to access it on the Chromebook at any time. Additional cloud storage that is available for you is a Google Drive. So you would be able to save it to your Google Drive. You could connect additional cloud storage, such as Dropbox, if you already have an account and would like to continue using it. I have saved my document on my OneDrive account. So once I click on my OneDrive account, you will see that here is a list of documents that have been saved. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And here you can see is my paper. So that is how you would open a saved document. If you wanted to share this document, you also have that option through Microsoft OneDrive. If you go to File, you can choose Share. And you can specify who can see it. So anyone at Harper, anyone with existing access, or specific people. If you choose specific people, you can then enter in their email address, and it will send them a link that allows them to see it. You also have different options. You can send a copy of it. It's a Word document that allows them to make notes or edit, or you can send it as a PDF, which means that it's read-only. It's going to come across in a PDF, which is most commonly opened with an Acrobat reader, and they'll only be able to read it. So we're just going to go over some of the navigation that is in the Microsoft app. So something that is really common is usually when Microsoft opens, it will have something in the paragraph tool section where it has an extra space after each paragraph. You want to go ahead and make sure that that is removed. So what that usually looks like is here, where there's an extra space between your paragraphs. In order to change that, we can do something which is called a Control A, which will highlight all of your text. So it's the CTRL button, and you hold that down at the same time as the A button, and it will highlight your whole text. Then you can go to the paragraph tool and click Remove Space after paragraph. If you have a brand new document and you haven't typed anything yet, you can just go to the paragraph tool and remove it right away. The other thing I wanted to show you was how to get this spacing. Most of your classes will ask for a 2-point spacing, which this is what it is right here. So if you already have text here, you can just Control A to select all, go to your paragraph tool, and there's the line spacing drop-down menu. And there's what it usually starts out at. I think it starts out at 115. If you go to the paragraph tool, you can just change that to 2.0. So now we've written our paper and we want to save it. With most of the Chromebooks, it does do an automatic save to either your OneDrive or your Google Drive account, but you're going to want to make sure, you can see it was just doing it right there. You're going to want to make sure that you name your document and that you're saving it in a location that you'll be able to find later. So how do you do that? Go to the File button, click Save As. Then you can pick the location that you want to save it to. I'm going to save it to my OneDrive and in my Harper file. I'm going to give it a name, Research Paper. Then I can hit Save. You'll see up here that the title of my paper has changed and its status has changed. So now, anytime before you close, you want to make sure that you're going back to that file and save, just to make sure that your most recent work on this paper has been saved before you close. So I do have my auto save on, but just to be sure, before you close, always make sure that you're saving it. So that's how you run the toolbar, some of the most important tools in Word. From our Home tab, we also have the option to change our font size, our bold, italicized, and underline. Usually you're going to use these when you're making your works cited page. You don't very often use them inside the content of your papers, but sometimes if you're making citations or you're listing a works cited page, you'll need these tools as well.
Let's look at some of the tools that we can find in PowerPoint.
So here I have my different slides. If I wanted to add a new slide, I would make sure that where I wanted that new slide to be, if I wanted it here between 1 and 2, I would select the one above, make sure it's highlighted, it'll turn red, and then I can click New Slide. If I wanted to change the outline layout of this slide, I once again just make sure that it's highlighted, and then click Layout. If I want to duplicate a slide, so say that I really like the layout of this and I want to continue working with that. I've customized it and I really would like to use that slide again. You can do what is called a right click. So do a right click on your mouse. You want to use this as a copy button, and then you can right click again and this clipboard, and it will just add that slide again. And then if you want to delete a slide, once again you can just click on a slide, then right click, and then delete. Those are some of the most important tools used in PowerPoint. I hope this tutorial has been helpful, and remember that if you're having any issues with that student Microsoft account, to be sure to contact the Tech Support Student Service Desk.